Do you have any concerns about the children as far as when you swap back with them? You said it was on Wednesdays, and just their appearance and how they've been taken care of.
Most of the time they're dirty. There's been times that the bathwaters looked like lake water by the time I got them out of the bath.
Did you say Waynick?
Waynick, W-A-Y-N-I-C.
Well, they were renting, him and his wife were renting this trailer under the name of Billy and Michelle Samples.
Huh.
And you know what's weird is I found a pill bottle out in the yard that said Billy Waynick, and I didn't really put two and two together until you just said that name.
Well, he's a...
Huh.
I mean, yeah, he's a...
A Waynick, huh?
Yeah, he's a Waynick.
Punched a hole in the wall. You know, left it pretty good. The carpets are a freaking mess, but, you know, other than that, they just left all the buildings full of crap and crap out back and, you know, just junk, like tweaker junk. You know, like a meth head lived there. That's exactly what it looked like. They left dogs there, man. They left the 2 dogs and a cat there to starve. So if that gives you any kind of insight on what kind of people they are.
They left 2 dogs and a cat there to starve?
Yeah. With meth in it, so it was somebody's, and it wasn't mine.
For a living?
I'm an RN.
Where do you work?
Fresenius Medical at Lourdes.
Gotcha.
It's a dialysis.
How long is it going to take to fill out, you know, to get some motions filed and try to get custody of those kids? To get that video.
It kind of depends on what evidence you got.
Well, I've got a truckload of it.
Okay, it depends on what evidence you've got from the last time you've been in court.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, a lot of stuff. Well, okay, a lot of stuff didn't get, because you got to realize last time we went to court, I didn't get to testify. Dad didn't get to testify. The guy that saw the place they were living in didn't testify. So as far as what didn't get presented in court, I would say most everything.
All of that's been changed. All of that is different now. So none of that does us any good.
All of what's different now? No, they're doing math right now.
Okay. What proof do we have of that?
Well, I went and talked to whatchamacallit last night, a private investigator. We need to file a motion to get a hair follicle sample done on the both of them. I mean, we got plenty of proof that these people are doing crystal methamphetamines instead of paying their rent. I mean, I don't know what more proof we need. We got plenty of proof to say, look, these 2 people are obviously doing methamphetamines. Get our hair follicle sample.
Keyword in that statement is obviously. You know, they're not very good at money management, and they may be drinking a lot. That doesn't prove they're using meth. We have to have something.
Okay, so we need to file that motion.
Now let me give you a for example. They've been arrested. They were pulled over in a car speeding. They're arrested for possession of meth.
Matthew Vernon Bradley was arrested for selling Billy Don Waynick methamphetamines, and that was presented to the grand jury on the June the 10th of 2015, and I'd like to subpoena that information. That is them buying crystal methamphetamines outside of a car wash, and that was already presented to the grand jury.
So basically it's just assumed and accepted that people come to your courtroom and commit acts of perjury.
Well, I don't want that out, but that's how I operate most of the time.
Do you think you have some right to throw me into a wall?
I didn't throw you into a wall. I was not even near you.
She pushed you into the wall?
No, you!
She pushed you into the wall?
No, you! No, you!
She pushed me into the wall.
Yeah.
Alright, let's not talk about all that, okay?
He did one of those karate kicks and went through the wall, but he went through nails, so supposedly I did it. Yeah.
But that wasn't very nice when Mommy punched you and pushed you down.
No, it wasn't very nice, but we don't really need to talk about all that, do we?
In 2000, Sheila Brown took out a domestic violence order against James Samples. She testified in court that she had done this to prevent him from selling property that was owned by James Samples that Sheila Brown was renting.
She testified in court that she'd done this because she was advised to do so by Tanya Holland. She took out a previous domestic violence order, accused James of throwing her down, sticking a screwdriver down her throat. All the meanwhile, James Staples was a firefighter in fire academy with several other guys in barracks up in Louisville, Kentucky. She was even issued a court date. It was so ludicrous that he got to receive a phone call from James Campbell explaining to him not to worry about it and what was going on. However, DCBS records still reflect negatively because of the malice from Tanya Holland.
When he sprayed the pepper spray at the baby's face and his wife's face at that time.
So do you have many?
It's a curious matter. Did you determine in the course of your investigation or the reports that you received how it came to pass that there was indeed a Canaanite in this home?
James stated that he just felt for his protection, that he had that. When I did the investigation, the mother and the father stated that he sprayed it in the air, not toward the mother. He was intending to get her off of him, to get away from him.
I didn't know about the prior history that we had in our computer, which listed the different things that had happened over the past few years in relation to the prior DVOs that was entered, and the abuse that happened when he sprayed the pepper spray at the baby's face and his wife's face at that time. If I had to deal with every act of perjury that went on in this court, I wouldn't have time to grant a divorce.